Man, you can't out rap Scarface. Are you crazy? No way, nobody gonna out rap Face. That's strength. That's the strength of Face. Is so vivid. When he's rapping, he's telling a story as he's going along rhyming, and it's vivid, and you believe Face. And what was they at? I want to say they was in Cincinnati. They was in Ohio on a tour, doing some shows, and this was like when I never seen a man cry. During that era, like the Diary album, and what's his name? Some Vice Lords in Ohio took offense to the album because they had just dropped a video, I think, for G's, or it came on that The Hand of the Dead Body was the song, the one with Ice Cube. And then they was like, at the end, they played the song, when we roll it on your motherfucking hood, you see some motherfucking G's. So, Vice Lords, they took offense to the song G's because they thinking like they praising Gangsta Disciples. And actually, this is St. Louis. I'm sorry. It wasn't Cincinnati. It was St. Louis. So they in St. Louis. And these dudes is offended. You know what I'm saying? They travel to Vice Lords, and they didn't really travel in St. Louis, but they're in the Lou. And here it is, this beef. And back then, they was doing it for the honor and the code. Back then, they was a certain clergy system people was following. So they like, this is disrespectful. He's with the G's. What do you mean some G's? So they went to the show to go see it just to start something with Face. And these brothers from Houston wasn't having it. This ain't something you wanted to do. So cooler heads prevailed. And then what was the weirdest thing of the night? And they was like, well, we got an artist out here that you need to be working with, and you should sign him, because he better than Face. They was like, who you got better than Face? My man right here. It was some local guy they had in St. Louis. One Nelly. But it was some guy from St. Louis. So, and he was like, okay. They get in there, boom, 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 boom. They spitting and doing all this, and dude was like, yeah, because I do this and do that. I'm way better than Face, boy. I'm about that street life. So Face came out, met up with dude, looked down, looked him at his head. He was like, you want to rap? He was like, let me see what you got. Go on here and rap. When Face got there and looked at him in the face, he looked him up from head to toe. Told that boy to rap. That boy was froze. He said, let me show you how to do this. Show you how to do this here. Face got up there and rapped that boy for about 5 minutes straight. Laced him. His own boys was, oh! Like, and he had love. Right then and there, it was instant love. Man, anything you need, man, anytime you come to St. Louis, man, we here for you. We here for you. Just that quick. The power of words, man, it's something else. I tell you. That's some dangerous rhyming right there. Face didn't play. But it's funny because in 95, the year after that, was it 95, 96? Yeah, 95, 96. The truth was, though, they really were associated with the Gangsta Disciples, what James Princeton was. So, when they put Larry Hoover on the Ghetto Boys Resurrection album, that just confirmed everything. So, now that this did happen, he runs into another situation where people wanted to try him in the game, like years down the road. Here's Jay-Z. They finna get and sign Scarface over to the label. And back in like 98, you know, Nas had a chance to do a joint with Scarface. And Face got in there and lit the booth on fire. What's that, a favor for a favor? And people hadn't heard Scarface really get that into it until he dropped the Untouchable album. The Untouchable album was more, with Mary Jane, was more of a laid back to getting high and chilling type album. So when he came out with Favor for a Favor, like they tried to, like they had to edit Face verses because the Face can go on all night when he vibing off a beat, and you just gotta let him go. And that's his like recording process. Face will just go, and you just let it run. And then like when he done, then you can go back and do all the cuts and the bars and try to match it up, but Face will go off. And nobody can match that steam. Like Nas is like, man, dude, you are really the truth. Like Face can break. You ain't ready because it's so vivid. Everything he's saying is so vivid in his rhymes. So Jay-Z, he signed a deal with Def Jam. So when he did the Fix album, years later they signed a deal with Def Jam, and they had the album with Beanie Siegel first, the Mac and Brad. And Jay heard Face spit live for the first time during that time and was like, this dude's incredible. like the legend is true. But Benny's is trying to like, I ain't finna be outdone. Like they were going back and forth for the longest period of time. Like, this was some real, you know, like, Jay, like, I've seen Face before, but, you know, I don't know, like, this. Like, in the studio, like, when people creating music. So when Def Jam got Scarface, and he had I think they had Def Jam South, or something like that, and Face was the president of it, they was like, man, we all gotta contribute on this album. Everybody was putting work in on the Fix. And Kanye did like 3 joints on it. Nas even got a track on there with him. But Face, you do not want to battle Scarface. DMX and Scarface had a battle. It wasn't no like it's one-on-one. It was like more of a circle, everybody just rhyming and smoking. X couldn't keep up with Face, and that is the only person I've seen that that I felt could go bar for bar with Face at that time in just a raw battle like that. There's few people that can spit it in that direction. Don't mean they the greatest rapper in the world. I'm just saying certain people know what I'm talking about. Like Beanie Siegel would be good in that type of rap battle. Face, X, those type of styles. Like this is like if you get them a mic right there and they can go. They flow is like impeccable. So X was sitting there smoking, going at it back, but this is how Face got a lot of his respect because this is what he was doing back in Houston. I mean, they had some cats that could rap back in Houston. He was way above the bar. So when he went to Oakland, on the east side of Oakland, that's what happened. You know, he got his respect from other people over there doing the same thing. And that's what's missing from the game today. A lot of people don't know how to get the respect from the people and they don't try to. They just try to come, force they whatever they doing down somebody's throat, and that's it. You either like it or don't. Without trying to reach people and talk to people, and just a little show of respect from man to man will get you a longer way than anything of like, well, he ain't a nobody, we just roll right over. That kind of attitude is what caused a lot of wars, caused a lot of friction. Didn't know certain people had power that they did, and it was unnecessary. That's what meant, that was the biggest disappointment, was that it was all unnecessary. People were coming out of love. But that was a rule. You ain't want to go toe-to-toe with no battling with Scarface. Because really, Brad didn't care. It could go either way. He was mentally the guy you ain't want to cross.